Hey, I'm Scott, and welcome back to the channel. And say hi to Piper. She actually runs the house around here, and we're just living in her world. So today I wanted to talk about skill development. When you think about it, golf requires you to develop a number of different skills, and to become a really good golfer, you've got to master a lot of skills. And yet, a lot of these skill sets are completely unrelated from one another. So to be able to hit 3-foot putts and make them consistently is a completely different skill set than bombing 300-yard tee shots. So they're just totally unrelated, and that's why golf is so hard to master. I don't know if anybody ever really truly masters the game, but obviously some people are much better at it than the rest of us. So the importance of being able to make these 3-footers is that it'll save you a lot of strokes on the golf course. I would venture to guess that the typical 10 to 20 handicapper is going to miss 2 or 3 putts inside of 5 feet every single round. Over the weekend, though, I heard an amazing statistic that in 2002, Retief Goosen, during the whole PGA Tour season, missed 1 putt inside of 5 feet. So just imagine how much confidence that gives him as he's playing his rounds of golf. He knows when he's got his stroke grooved like that he's just not going to miss. So that frees up your game quite a bit as far as how you might be hitting approach shots, how you might be hitting some of your chip shots, your pitch shots, your lag putts and whatnot. You can be a little bit more aggressive when you know you're going to be making those putts inside of 5 feet. So I'll also mention that back when I was in Hank Haney's teaching program, he mentioned that Steve Williams, who caddied for Tiger Woods for years, would keep statistics, pretty detailed statistics on Tiger's rounds. And what he found was that when Tiger 3-putted 1 time or less during a 72-hole golf tournament, he would win 80% of those tournaments. That's how important putting is to your golf game and to lowering your scores. So the seed that I want to plant with you today is that if you can master your short putts, then that will build confidence for you as you head into just playing regular rounds of golf. And mastering your short putts is the one skill that you can actually develop easier than any other skill in golf. So, and the reason for that is you can practice it anytime during the year. You can practice it indoors, you can practice it outdoors. Doesn't matter what the weather is, you can work on your short putts. Ideally, you get yourself a practice putting mat like I have here to help in this endeavor. But this is the skill that you should master. There's really no excuse for not doing it. I get that if you're an adult who picked up the game in adulthood, you've got a job, you've got a family, it's hard to master this game because of all the skills you've got to develop. And you just don't have the time to go and practice and play as much as needed to really get good at this game, unless you're just really a really good athlete. So the idea that I want to give you today is to make 100 3-foot putts 2 or 3 days a week. If you can do that, you're going to build a lot more confidence, and you're going to become a much better putter at this range. What Tiger Woods used to do at the end of his practice sessions was he would do his gate drill, where he'd plant a tee on either side of his putter, probably about an inch to 1/4 of an inch outside the edge of his putter. And he'd set those tees up 3 feet away from the hole, and he would make himself make 100 in a row. That's why he developed such confidence over these short putts over those years. So I highly recommend that you get started in trying to make 100. You don't have to make 100 in a row, just make 100 and try and build a streak as you're doing that practice session. Say you make 20 in a row to start, just try and keep beating that number as you progress towards making 100 for the entire session. So that's that putting tip for today. I'm going to follow up on some more putting tips in future videos, because that's pretty much all I'm going to be working on now that we're heading into winter, and I've got surgery coming up in December that's going to keep me off the driving range or out of a golf simulator or whatever until probably at least March or April. So, okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out scottcolegolf.com. I've got some new offerings over there that you might find interesting, and we'll see you down the road.